We'd like to thank you for attending this Wekiva Parkway Section 8 pre-construction public meeting. This open house is hosted by the Florida Department of Transportation. We will provide you information on the overall project and schedules, and then focus on Section 8, which will soon start activities to connect the Parkway to I-4 and State Road 417, thereby completing the Beltway. This meeting and project are being conducted without regard to race, color, national origin, age, sex, religion, disability, or family status. Persons wishing to express their concerns relative to FDOT compliance with Title VI may do so by contacting the department personnel shown here. All inquiries or complaints will be handled according to FDOT procedure and in a prompt and courteous manner. Here you can see how the 25-mile Wekiva Parkway will fill in the Beltway's missing link. The Parkway will also enhance safety and relieve congestion from local roads in Lake, Orange, and Seminole counties. The $1.6 billion Wekiva Parkway is a collaborative effort between the Florida Department of Transportation, the Central Florida Expressway Authority, and the Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, which handles the toll operations for the FDOT. So far, the agencies have opened 13 miles of the planned 25-mile toll road. The Parkway will include a number of non-tolled road improvements, widening about 7 miles of State Road 46, rebuilding the US 441 State Road 46 interchange in Mount Dora, moving part of County Road 46A out of the Seminole State Forest so wildlife can move more safely between habitats, and building parallel service roads for local travel. The department also will be including a multi-use trail along much of its portion of the Parkway. The Parkway is expected to help spur significant economic development, including creating nearly 36,000 jobs, both directly and indirectly. The Wekiva Parkway is the first expressway in Central Florida to feature all electronic tolling. There are no toll plazas. Motorists pay their tolls at safe highway speeds at toll gantries. The Florida's Turnpike Enterprise administers the toll by plate program on the department's sections for those who do not have an e-pass or a SunPass. In addition to the toll, there is an administrative fee of $2.50 per month to process toll by plate. The Wekiva Parkway features unique environmental considerations to help protect wildlife and other natural resources in the Wekiva River Basin. The river is a national wild and scenic river, an outstanding Florida water, and passes through habitat for dozens of species. The agencies have diligently adhered to the 2004 Wekiva Parkway and Protection Act, including setting aside 3,400 acres for conservation and planning several substantial wildlife bridges. The Parkway also will have a minimal number of interchanges to limit the amount of related development in this environmentally sensitive area. Some of the environmental protections can be seen here on the first sections of the Parkway, sections 4A and 4B. On the right is a wildlife jump out that will allow animals who may wander onto the corridor to safely exit. On the left, bat houses will provide shelter to as many as 1,200 animals each. The Floodplain bridge in the middle of this section during the dry season will allow animals to pass under the Parkway safely. Wildlife fencing is 10 feet tall, with 2 feet underground to discourage animals from digging into the corridor. This section opened on January 20th, 2016. It was built on one of the several large parcels that were purchased for conservation as required by the 2004 Wekiva Parkway and Protection Act. Lighting will be installed only in limited locations along the project to preserve the natural look and dark skies initiative for this environmentally sensitive area. The Florida Department of Transportation is developing a trail that will parallel about 10 miles of the Wekiva Parkway. The trail is being built as part of the overall construction on sections 5, 6, and 7A. A separate project will build the trail along sections 4A and 4B beginning in 2020. Once complete, the Parkway Trail will connect to future extensions of the West Orange and Seminole Wekiva Trails, as well as connect to the new Lake Wekiva Trail planned by Lake County. Here you can see the overall schedule for the Wekiva Parkway. The left column shows the various parkway sections. The red vertical line shows where we are currently in the schedule. Design, represented by the orange bars, is largely complete. Right-of-way acquisition, or the purchase of property needed for the project, is represented by the light blue bars. FDOT is wrapping up this process. Construction, shown in green, should finish by late 2022, with all of the parkway then being open to traffic. This overall Wekiva Parkway corridor map shows the FDOT sections labeled in green and the CFX sections labeled in purple. This snapshot shows when the various Wekiva Parkway sections are expected to open to traffic. The 13 miles of parkway currently open to traffic are noted here in yellow. CFX opened its final 5 miles on March 31st of this year. FDOT will open its next sections in 2019. Basically, the plan is to have a new section open every year or two until all of the parkway is open to traffic by late 2022. Tonight's focus is on the last part of the parkway, Section 8. This section will make the connection to I-4 and State Road 417. Section 8 is a design-build project that involves building 2.63 miles of toll road from Orange Boulevard across I-4 to east of Reinhardt Road. The project includes the new Wekiva Parkway Interchange at I-4 that will connect with State Road 417, completing the beltway around Central Florida. The construction cost is $253.3 million. There will be about 24 new, replaced, or widened bridges. A toll gantry will be built on this section, and elevated portions of the parkway will feature aesthetically pleasing retaining walls. This exhibit is looking from State Road 417 on the east side of I-4 towards International Parkway and State Road 429 on the west side of the interstate. The selected design-build team is planning a tight urban interchange at I-4 and International Parkway. This new design eliminates the existing State Road 417 on and off ramps at International Parkway. The design-build team has narrowed the State Road 429 and ramp footprint. This nudges the roadway away from residents a little more on the west side. This exhibit is looking along State Road 429 to the east to I-4 and State Road 417. Initial work will be outside of public traffic areas, resulting in fewer public impacts early on than the previous designs. The new interchange design at International Parkway means northbound traffic won't have to make a U-turn to turn into the Ballantrae apartments. There is significant overlap on Section 8 with the department's future I-4 Beyond the Ultimate Managed Lanes project. Wekiva Parkway Section 8 includes building the general use lanes or non-tolled lanes for the I-4 Beyond the Ultimate project. The I-4 BTU express lanes will be built during a future project. Section 8 will provide a direct connection from the I-4 express lanes in the future to State Road 417 and State Road 429. A historically low area will be used as a floodplain compensation pond northeast of the Parkway and Wilson Road. The pond will be scraped down to add storage capacity for runoff from major storms. Once complete, the pond will be landscaped. FDOT will work with the community in developing the landscaping plan. Landscaping will be installed after all of the major work is completed on this project. The pond will not be fenced. FDOT wants residents and drivers to be aware of some of the construction impacts to adjacent communities and travelways that will occur during this project. Motorists can expect lane closures, detours, as well as other construction impacts on the affected side streets shown here. Residents should be aware that there will be night work as part of this project. Noise, dust, and vibration are unavoidable byproducts of construction. This project involves significant utility work, so unintended outages are possible. We will do what we can to try and minimize these construction impacts. The department posts news about lane and road closures on wekivaparkway.com. You can also follow the project on Facebook and Twitter for real-time updates. Motorists should always obey the posted speed limits, safety signs, and devices in the work zone. Drivers should be mindful of construction vehicles entering and leaving the roadway. We also will provide the community with advance notification of lane and road closures, detours, and night work whenever possible. Here are some of the activities that you'll likely to see early in the Section 8 project. Crews are scheduled on November 16th to begin relocating gopher tortoises, a keystone species, out of the way of construction. That is expected to take several weeks. Other activities likely will include clearing trees and debris and setting up safety equipment and devices. The design build team will be continuing to develop the latest plans for the project even as other work gets underway. The major construction activity is scheduled to begin by early 2019. There will be a toll gantry on Section 8, shown in the first row of the table here. The toll will be 50 cents for most vehicles with an E-Pass or SunPass transponder. The toll will be higher for vehicles with more than 2 axles. For those without a transponder, the toll will be paid via the Toll by Plate program. The toll by plate cost for most vehicles will be 75 cents plus the $2.50 monthly processing fee. Again, the toll by plate cost for vehicles with more than 2 axles will be more expensive as shown here. Toll by Plate collects tolls by taking a photo of a vehicle's license plate as it travels through an FDOT tolling location. It then mails a monthly bill for the tolls plus a $2.50 administrative charge to the registered owner of the vehicle. To learn more about the overall project, log on to wekivaparkway.com. You're also welcome to contact the Public Information Coordinator as noted here. And you can follow the Wekiva Parkway on Facebook and Twitter for real-time updates. We'd like to thank you for attending this pre-construction public meeting for Section 8. We hope you found this information helpful. Project team members are here to address your questions. You also may submit questions or comments on the comment forms you received when you signed in. And you can submit questions and comments to the project email address at info@wekivaparkway.com. This presentation and the exhibits shown tonight will be posted on the website in 7 business days. We'd like to know how helpful you felt the meeting was tonight. There are surveys available for you to let us know how we're doing in terms of communicating with the public. We appreciate your feedback. Once again, the presentation and all of the materials should be posted on the wekivaparkway.com website within 7 business days. This presentation will begin again in a few moments.